Today on ELN Morning.
Mask no more. Students are shocked that masks are coming off during spring break, but some say they're ready to lift the mandate.
A helping hand. The North Carolina National Guard is leaving Burlington tomorrow. One soldier's final thoughts after helping this month.
Plaza planning. A new outdoor space coming to downtown Elon, what it will be and what it may cost you ahead.
Today, March 3rd, 2022.
This is ELN Morning.
Happy Thursday morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Ashlyn Delowy.
And I'm Baylor Robin. We welcome you inside the Jane and Brian Williams studio for another edition of ELN Morning. Ashlyn, good to be back with you.
Good to be back with you. We have lots of news to get to this morning.
We do. 11 days until March 14th when the masks come off.
Big update. We begin our coverage there. With an official date set for lifting the mask mandate, some students are ready to take them off, but others aren't all smiles now that masks may be no more. Elon freshman Gabriel Logan says he thinks lifting the mask mandate is long overdue.
Let's go without the masks. We're all at these like frat parties and stuff, and like even in the dining area, we're all like unmasked and stuff, and I think it's just like kind of useless at this point.
Freshman Lucia Plaza is also in favor of removing masks indoors, but is against teachers setting their own policies in the classroom. She says she would respectfully tell them they cannot tell her what to do.
But just like, if they're gonna make it optional, they have to make it optional. And like, if the professor is uncomfortable, then I don't know, like, wear a mask.
More professor and student reactions about lifting the mandate can be found on our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
More than 24 members of the North Carolina National Guard are set to leave Alamance Regional Medical Center tomorrow. They arrived February 10th, and COVID-19 hospitalizations have decreased by 31% in the last 2 weeks. Guard members have been there for nearly a month, bringing relief to frontline workers. Our Anne-Marie Bonner has more.
Major Kyle Dietrich of the North Carolina National Guard is stationed at Alamance Regional Medical Center and has been for nearly a month, working around the clock to aid hospital staff. Even though his time at the hospital is ending tomorrow, he says he's never done something this meaningful.
Our biggest goal when we came in here is to give them a break and give them an opportunity to focus on their job instead of running to call bell and having basically not being able to stop working the entire time. Like I've said, I think this is one of the most sincere forms of gratitude I've experienced wearing this uniform.
When I spoke to Major Dietrich, he told me that giving out COVID tests, checking vital signs, and handing out masks were an important part of their daily routine here at Alamance Regional. Cone Health Director of Emergency System Management, Ben Wooten, says having the National Guard at the hospital has given their staff a needed break, but the problem with staffing hasn't been solved just yet.
There's still vacancies that we're looking to fill. I would be remiss if I said we filled them all, because I know that we haven't, but we are able to work now a little bit more focused in normal operations.
Anne-Marie Bonner, ELN Morning.
Dietrich says working at Alamance Regional Medical Center was the first time these soldiers worked in a hospital since the pandemic began. An update now in the war overseas. Russia launches a massive overnight assault on Ukraine and claims control of key port cities. This as refugees fleeing Ukraine top over 1 million people. Experts worry Russian troops could take the capital city Kyiv by the end of this week. Round 2 of negotiations between a Russian and Ukrainian delegation are set for today on the Belarus border. Here at home, members of Congress across the political aisle begin to put pressure on the Biden administration to ban Russian oil imports. The White House says it does not have, quote, a strategic interest in those sanctions.
Elon alumnus Robert Minton was a Peace Corps volunteer in Kharkiv, teaching English as a second language in schools. He and his partner left Ukraine 2 weeks ago for Slovakia as talks of Russian invasion grew. Minton says they still have friends and family in Ukraine who they're worried for.
I'm lucky I'm not there, but kind of everything I've built my life around over the past 3 years is being destroyed. So it's really difficult, but we're still kind of in shock. So I'm a little bit grateful that I'm not constantly having an emotional meltdown.
Minton says he found the scale of Russia's invasion surprising, but he wasn't surprised by the resiliency and nationalism shown by the Ukrainian people.
My students in Kharkiv they're hearing bullets outside of their homes. They're running towards bomb shelters. My friend Ihor hasn't had electricity for a day. My student Christina, her son had a birthday in a bomb shelter.
Minton says he and his partner are working from Slovakia to get their friends and family out of Ukraine. Our exclusive coverage on Russia's war on Ukraine is available on our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
1 year ago today, a tank of regular gas in a standard vehicle was about $35. But if you're headed to the pump this morning, you'll be paying over $50. Gas prices close to campus and across the country are steadily increasing because of crude oil prices. Those surged after Russia, which controls about 10% of the world's oil, launched its war on Ukraine. Regular gas prices are nearing the $4 mark, but premium gas prices are already above that. Junior Lily Kay says they are surprised by the gas prices, but are trying to be considerate about the causes.
I look at it both as like the average citizen and then also like from what's happening in our country politically and the conflict happening in Ukraine, for example. I'm frustrated by it. I think I'm also sympathetic to the reason it's happening. If it's people in distress, it's harder to be frustrated by it, I think.
According to AAA, Carolina's average prices for regular gas have increased 12 cents just in the last week. And another change is coming for students over spring break, what their new email system will be, and more after this.
March has started off with some warm temperatures and sunny days. To see if they will continue, stay tuned for your Phoenix 5-day forecast after the break.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth.
He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching.
This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Vice President Kamala Harris visited North Carolina yesterday, giving a speech at Durham Technical Community College. Harris discussed the war on Ukraine, saying that the people are, quote, fighting not just to defend their homes and their families, but to defend their worth and their freedom, end quote. Harris also praised the American people for helping to end the pandemic, as well as continue to rebuild the job market.
This year, Elon Day raised over $3.5 million. This total number raised is higher than 2020 and 2021, but the total number of gifts is down from the past 2 years, with just under 5,000 gifts received. The number of overall campus funds impacted, which are departments that you decide to direct your money to, has also gone down in the past 2 years.
While students are away on spring break, their email will change from Google to Outlook on March 14th. Assistant Director of Campus Technology Pat Donahue says the switch will have no impact on past documents or emails, still allowing students to use Google applications.
For students, we see this as you get the best of both worlds. We're not taking away anything, we're simply defaulting the email to one place.
Elon IT says the update comes after a 2-year delay due to the pandemic. Elon sophomore Quinn student says he's upset about the change.
I don't understand why they would do it in the middle of a school year or middle of a semester for that matter. That's probably something they should have wheeled out during the summer, especially like if they had a better plan.
The change only affects sophomores, juniors, graduate, and law students. The freshman class already uses Outlooks, and seniors aren't changing their platforms.
All right, 9, just about 10 minutes after the hour now, and joining us live for a look at the weather ahead is our Betsy Schlehuber, who joins us live under the Oaks.
Betsy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Baylor and Ashland. It is such a beautiful day under the Oaks. It's about 66 degrees right now, but this afternoon temperatures will be climbing to about the high 70s. So please be sure to enjoy this beautiful weather. With that being said, now on to our Phoenix 5-day forecast. This weekend is going to be very warm and sunny, especially on Sunday, where temperatures will be as high as 78 degrees. Then on Monday, temperatures will continue to climb to about 80 degrees, but a slight chance of rain will accompany the day, so just don't forget your umbrella. On Tuesday, temperatures will drop just a bit to about 67 degrees, and the rain will stick around. That's it for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Now back to Baylor and Ashland in the studio.
Betsy Schlehuber live under the Oaks for us this morning. Betsy, thank you so much.
All right, and still to come, one organization is giving the gift of life when ELN Morning returns in 60 seconds.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
After months of waiting, there is still no set date for construction for downtown Elon's Plaza. This as the plans have been drawn up for months. Town manager Rich Rodner says the plaza is estimated to cost $400,000, and he'll have a better idea of when construction will even begin this summer. Rodner says the project might require community fundraising to help offset costs.
We see this as a long-term gathering spot for the community, akin to what we've had with the tent. Much nicer. People, be able to enjoy music on Friday nights.
Says the town also plans to start designing a new outdoor space along North Williamson Avenue. This will convert parking spots in front of the businesses into a more permanent dining area.
Anybody can use. It's not going to be dedicated to any specific restaurant, but it'd be dedicated to the general public to come and sit. If they want to grab something to eat, come and eat, whatever they want to do.
Rodner says the changes fill what he thinks is now missing from the downtown area.
Gift of Life is an organization on campus that saves lives with a swab. President and founder of Elon's Gift of Life Club, Emily Katz, says she's willing to partner with any organization on campus to spread awareness on bone marrow transplants. But Katz says she is especially motivated to partner with the Black Student Union on campus because of the lack of matches for black people.
If you're white of European descent, you might have, I think it's 95 to 98% chance of finding a match, which is great. It's grown so much. But if you are black of African descent, you might have a 25% chance of finding a match. So there's such a need for diversity on the registry.
Katz says she encourages people who are interested in joining the registry to contact her at ecats11@elon.edu and stay alert for her on an upcoming event with BSU. And Scholarship Weekend, formerly known as Fellows Weekend, begins tomorrow, which will bring about 2,000 people to campus.
Yeah, admitted students who've applied to Fellows, Scholars, and other accelerated programs will participate in interviews this weekend, as well as other programming sessions.
Yeah, all candidates coming to campus are required to provide proof of vaccination or a negative test within the last 48 hours.
And the Admissions, McMichael, and Innovation Quad parking lots are all reserved for visitors, so students are not allowed to use those. Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and if you're attending Scholarship Weekend, if you're watching us from home, stop by our newsroom. Say hello to us at various admissions events this weekend.
All right, that's all the news we have for you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, visit us on our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
We'll see you back here Monday at 6 for Elon Local News. Have a great weekend.